You're listening to the podcast called What No One Knows. I'm your host, Lisa Marie Garcia. Please join us as I talk with some of the most important influencers, from entrepreneurs to C-suites to founders to venture capitalists. You will want to know their answer to the question, what no one knows. Thank you for joining. Okay, hello, this is Lisa Marie Garcia, and welcome back to watching another episode and listening to another episode of the podcast, What No One Knows. So I'm here in the Wave Studio 1 in downtown Tampa Bay with a special guest. You will love listening to this show and all that he has to tell us as we conversate about the greatness of the Tampa Bay Wave and what's going on in the Tampa Bay ecosystem. So I would like to welcome Michael Lynn.
Thank you, Lisa.
I hope you commuted. Your commute was okay to the studio. How many steps was it exactly?
About 20 steps.
There you go, 20. You didn't get thrown at step 14 or 15. You made it here okay.
Yeah, I'm here okay.
Well, I want to start with, you're definitely out of the ordinary and extraordinary guest for us on the show because you are almost the Wave, I'd say. I mean, there's a couple other key players, but you're definitely one of them. And I want to first...
I'm a small part. We have a very, very gifted team. So
you're a large part in my eyes and many of our eyes. But let me just first, I want to thank you, and I want to let all the viewers and listeners know that you are the resource that really helps me in terms of taping here and filming here and some editing of the segments and such. So I want to say thank you so much. I'm very grateful for your help.
Of course, we're happy to have you.
Thank you. You're so great about that. All right. Well, let's just dig in. So first of all, I'd like people to understand what your role is in the Tampa Bay Wave. And will you also talk about how did you find yourself here and how long have you now been with the Wave on the Wave team?
Well, I've been with the Wave for just over 2 years now. I started back in May of 23. My official job title is Venture Center Operations Manager, but I'd like to think of myself as a jack of all trades. I do anything and everything that the Wave needs to succeed. Coming to the Wave, I was with another local Tampa company, and I actually walked into the Wave one day looking to collect on a bill that was past due.
So the Wave owed the company you were with a bill.
And
as a nonprofit,
yep,
I think we understand
exactly.
that, right?
So I was talking with Linda Olson, our CEO, and after a long conversation, she said, "Well, I'm going to send you the check, but also I want you to send your resume."
Very smart. Well, she saw in you, and you are, you are the go-to.
Yeah.
There we go. The go-to for everything that I've needed, everything that I know a lot of people need, and it's just, if there's something going on, you're all over the place and behind the scenes. So, definitely. Very cool. So, as we talk about, I interview entrepreneurs, founders, VC board members, and they all talk about how unique the Tampa Bay Wave is. What would you say would be, one of the top reasons that you see the Wave, really standing out in the sea? It seems like an increasing sea of startups and accelerators, and there's this culture now.
Well, there's like you said, a large sea of accelerators around here and nationwide. But what sets us apart is, we are a nonprofit in a world dominated by for-profit accelerators. Some of these accelerators go for $500,000 to $1 million a pop. Now, us as a nonprofit, obviously we're not charging people, and also we don't take equity in these companies. A lot of accelerators, they want a percentage. They want a small percentage of what you have, and to me, that's kind of backwards. You're trying to help these companies succeed, and then you're taking from them. So we don't take anything from these companies. All we do is give. We're here for the good of the community.
It is a super unique aspect of it. And I've had many startup founders talk about that, where usually one of the components a startup needs is cash. Yeah. One of the issues is cash flow. Mm-hmm. One of what they're aiming for is to raise capital. So the fact that the not-for-profit way that the Wave operates, and the fact that you don't ask for that is pretty remarkable and unique.
Definitely.
I'm glad you brought that up because I don't think everyone knows that. And especially just to tout the numbers. I don't know if the numbers here, but isn't the Tampa Bay Wave at there it is, 1.6 billion
We're at 1.6
capital.
billion.
So when people see that kind of money brought in, sometimes they don't understand that it wasn't from the founders and the startups and the cohorts that they helped.
Correct. Now that 1.6 billion can be a little misleading. People think, oh well, your company raised 1.6 billion, you must be rolling in it. No. This is money that the companies themselves have raised. This is not money for us. We don't touch a piece of that. But we're very proud of our companies and very proud of what they've done over the past few years. And actually, if you remember, we just hit that $1 billion milestone not too long ago.
Right.
To be already at 1.6, it just shows how fast our companies are growing.
Yes.
And the quality of product that we put out.
100%. And the cohorts, right, is what we call them, the startups and the groups called the cohorts. So I'm going to hit you with a question I didn't prepare you for, so it's okay, I know. So because I think when sometimes people ask me this, of all the cohorts that you've gotten to know on different levels, is there any that are kind of your favorite or kind of stick out, or you're like, share with us maybe? I'm
going to say probably TechX 2024. That was probably my favorite one. I thought that we had a lot of very good companies in there, and the ones that were in there, their products were amazing. There was one young lady. She's from Ukraine. She created this 3D printed seawall that cities have bought this. Her first day she had $4 million in orders. It was insane.
Fantastic.
But it's the seawall that you put out, essentially replacing the toxic concrete seawalls that are already in place. Now, what this does, it's 3D printed and non-toxic. It also filters the water around it. So all the water coming through it's filtered. And then it also creates a nice base for a reef.
Wow.
So it's a great thing. I can't believe it's never been invented before.
Right.
But she created this thing, and that was my absolute favorite one.
I can't believe I missed that one, to be honest. And so what a dual function. So it's, functional in even just the fact that it's filtering the water as well. Yeah. So cool. So actually let's stay on that for a minute. So you're talking about the Tech X cohort group.
Yes.
But like right now you're running, which cohort group are you running right now? I want to say, is it Fin?
Now FinTech, yes. FinTech is in progress right now.
Yes.
We have our pitch night coming up, late September.
For FinTech?
Yeah.
So, and then you've had what other techs? Let's kind of list them. And basically what we're talking about is the cohort groups. And I think there was like incredible 5 that you did in the last year. Yeah. Kind of list some of them out let's think about them.
So we do cybertech. FinTech.
Yes.
Health tech is huge. We partner with all of these. We partner on with USF.
Yes.
So with FinTech, right now we're partnering with the USF Muma College of Business.
Correct, in St.
Petersburg. St. Petersburg, yes. So we have the deans come out. Dean Patterson, he loves our programs, and he's out there all the time.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have so cybertech, and then health tech. And then at the very end of this year, we have Blue Tech.
Yes, let's talk about that. I was hoping you would get to that because that's a new cohort group.
Yeah.
And so tell us about Blue Tech, please. All right.
Well, Tampa Bay Wave will launch a Blue Tech accelerator in the summer of 2025. It's really late summer, but thanks to a $14 million NOAA grant awarded through a new program called the Continuum. Initiative is a national scale partnership among 7 organizations. Tampa Bay Wave, Braid Theory, Ocean Exchange, the St. Pete Innovation District, Seaworthy Collective, and the University of South Florida, and then the World Ocean Council. Linda Olson, our CEO, she basically by drawing on expertise by sectors such as fintech and cybertech, the program will accelerate the adoption of tested, resilient ocean technologies in a receptive market. Now, we're known for success with our startups. So we're going to leverage our proven accelerator model, strong mentor network, and deep regional ties to drive the continuous mission.
So this being a new cohort group for the Tampa Bay Wave, is it a new accelerator group, across the nation? Do you know anything about that? Especially with the NOAA's involvement and such.
Now, there may have been smaller accelerators here
but
and
not
there.
On this level?
But not on this level. This is
very exciting.
Definitely.
And it's a perfect place, Tampa Bay,
exactly,
and all the water we have and all the sea. This is very cool.
We have a beautiful place here, and we want to keep it beautiful.
Yes. That's very cool. And the other X or cohort group I forgot to mention was a Latinx.
Yes,
Hello, I loved that one. That was not this past February, but the February prior. Yeah. And so I hope that we'll see another group in that, hopefully, down the road. Yeah. But let's just throw it out there if we have entrepreneurs listening and say, how can I be a part of this? So for instance, talk about the Blue Tech. So how do people become a part of, apply? Okay. Tell me that process,
right,
maybe
so,
even.
Your first step is our website, www.tampabaywave.org. If you go on there, we have a section that's like accelerators. Go on down to Blue Tech, and you can read about it. It's probably got a lot more listed on there than I can say. But you go on there, look for Blue Tech. There's also a button on the bottom of the page that says apply now or subscribe now. There's a newsletter at the bottom. That'll keep you in tune with all the dates of the applications and what you need to do.
And I was just going to say, and so definitely subscribe there because you'll get the newsletter. And the newsletter, I'm on the email chain, obviously, or the email marketing list. And, we'll say we've got this pitch coming up. We've got this competition coming. We've got, application deadline and such. I was going to ask you, and so it kind of leads into this, is, if we have business professionals that are listening to this and how they might be able to become involved as how I started out a mentor advisor. I'm still that with my tech background. Would you suggest the way for that as well is through the website?
We have we have a very large mentor network, and we're always looking for more. If you would like to apply to be a mentor, please hop onto the website and click on Contact Us. We have people looking out for that. We always want to bring in subject matter experts from all around, every sphere of business.
Right.
So definitely hop onto the website and apply there.
That's great advice. The other thing that I really like, I don't know if this is maybe a year old now, is you have this Friends program. So as a professional, you can help support the Wave and become known as a Tampa Bay friend. And then there's benefits to that as well.
Yeah, Friends of Wave is a great program because, modern day, everything's subscription-based, right? So we have subscriptions to Netflix. We have subscriptions to everything else. This is another way to help Wave without putting a large chunk of money on the table. Basically, it's a small amount each month. You can choose how much you put in, but it's a program to really help out your community. It'll support Wave and its mission, and that's what we're here. We're ecosystem builders. We're here to help the community. You're
such a support in the community as well, and it's a great group. I would encourage professionals that are interested in it to check out the Wave community because it's a great group where you meet some very outstanding professionals and nice people and people that the advisors and mentors are all volunteers. So we volunteer and pour our time and, like you said, our subject matter expertise into the Wave and to the people and that. But I'll tell you get 100 return. Like I get 100 return. As I attend some of the events. So I just think that's such a fantastic organization for the Tampa Bay Wave. Obviously, I'm one of the number one fans, I have to say. I know you are too, and most people are that get to know you guys. But I want to, really credit you as part of the management leadership team in creating that culture and creating that atmosphere because it really does start from the top. Right? So all of us Business 101 people, we know that, it starts from the top. What is that saying about the dead fish head? What is that saying? You don't know? You don't know that one? You probably do, but I'm saying it wrong. It stinks from the head down or the dead fish or something like that. Anyway, we're talking about the Blue Wave. There we go, the Blue Tech. Just kidding. But
it really is an outstanding, organization to be a part of. And I'm so happy to have you here to talk about it as representing, the internal team of the Wave. And I've only had a few of you on. Most of the people aren't, part of the Tampa Bay organization. So I'm so happy to have you here. Well, we're getting towards our last part of the podcast already, if you can believe that. Before I ask you the featured question of what no one knows, is there anything besides the accelerator, any event that's coming up? Or I know you guys have the big wigs too. You'll have the mayor come in, and you have I think I saw a state and House representative come in. Linda is amazing, and people that get to know her right away, they become a fan, and so they usually say, how can we help? Is there anything you want to share with listeners more that we haven't really talked about that's coming alongside?
Come out to our events. We have, like I said, on the website, there's that subscribe button for the newsletter. There's event information on those. Please come out to our events and see what we're talking about. I mean, I can talk to them blue in the face, but until you see what's going on, you're not going to understand.
Until you experience it.
Exactly.
1,000%. Okay, well then we're here to our last question. So this question is the name of our podcast, What No One Knows, and it can be an answer about your family. And you have this, I was just looking at your precious almost 2-year-old daughter. Oh my gosh, cutie pie. Or about your profession, or just about your upbringing. What is something, Michael Lynn, that no one knows?
Well, everyone that knows me knows I'm pretty much an open book, but I'm born and raised here in Tampa Bay, and working at the Wave has been incredible because I'm helping out my home, and anyone who's from a special place, they see it and they want to keep it beautiful and keep it thriving for a long time. And for me, I think Tampa Bay Wave is a great way to do it.
I love that. And that's our hashtag for the show, helping out my home.
Exactly.
So it's fantastic. All right. Well, thank you so much for being part of our podcast. Thank you, listeners, for listening to What No One Knows. And have a great and sunny day. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our show, What No One Knows. If you'd like more information regarding our guests, it's in the description below, as well as if you'd like to work with our publishing and promotion team, that you can also find in the links. Thank you.